Hey YouTube, coming at you with an Ultra League team. Lurantis, Jellicent, and Walrein. So double weak to electric in the back with Lurantis as a grass on the front. Lurantis obviously weak to like flyers and fire, and you have like a water and ice in the back to deal with that. So I'll just go over each of these Pokemon and then we'll get into some of the battles. Let's go with the obvious ones that you've probably seen a bunch of. Jellicent, I still think one of the best safe swaps in this league. Once it got Surf, its ability to even do like well in just like bad matchups against like darks, like the problem, not dark, yeah, darks. The problem was if you used to get hit by like a Obstagoon or something like that, you just have to throw like Bubble Beam before or non-stab Ice Beam. But Surf makes it so much better and just generally super safe as a safe swap. Bulky Shadow Ball, such a good coverage move for like the ghosts and psychics and everything. Walrein as the ice Pokemon. Walrein was like a top ranked Ultra League Pokemon at one point. I think what happened is once everyone started getting access, because it was one of the best answers to Giratina, which was everywhere, but then everyone started getting access to Cobalion and Virizion, which although you hit super effective against Virizion, they also hit super effective against you, and double kick Sacred Sword there is a very, very hard hitting combo. So between that and like Trevenant going away, Walrein kind of slipped off a bit, but it's still really good. Good coverage, bulky, take a lot of damage. Icicle Spear is pretty spammy. Earthquake. Lurantis is one that you probably haven't seen a ton of, and it is very sneaky strong. The Fury Cutter charges very quickly. So you get to the superpowers and Leaf Blades very quickly. You're going to see one matchup on the Jellicent. I'm already at a Leaf Blade like well before they even get to a Shadow Ball. So it is a very spammy Pokemon. Leaf Blade and Superpower are quite hard hitting just in neutral situations, and you have like if you get like a Steel on the lead, you can immediately like Superpower and bail. So I really like using it. Let's look at the team in action here. Venusaur. Venusaur's an interesting one because you are doing super like actually okay with the Fury Cutters but the problem is you didn't have any move for this. But as you can see, I am ramping up quickly. By the time they get to the breaking swipes, I'm already at almost 2 moves here. I go for the Leaf Blade just to get it. Just again, that's neutral chip. I don't want to Superpower and build just yet. They get off the breaking swipe. I probably still am going to Superpower and bail, even though they lower my attack. I've already got one shield, and this will do good chip damage. So they end up committing 2 shields. So Lurantis already causing this team problems. This is you think with a super effective Surf, this would be an amazing matchup. It's not an amazing matchup in the even shields, but I'm up 2 shields, so it should be an amazing matchup. What I also expect to happen there is because our switch timers are very, very, very desynced, I expect them to like try and bank a bunch of energy here and get out into their Venusaur again, which that does not surprise me. Hopefully I get to a Shadow Ball. Cannot before they get to, so I don't think it's worth saving. Well, what do I know? Maybe because our switch timers are up. Okay, yeah, that makes somewhat sense actually. Our switch timers are up, so getting this ship off and then getting out into Walrein to take this out before they get to, it's gonna be close actually. CMP, yeah. Maybe I should learn how to count. So we end up CMP, gonna lose to Venusaur. We'll take it out, and I still have a good amount of health on all these Pokemon. And a Reggie comes in, so I can probably get to an Earthquake before they get to a Zap Cannon, which is very good chip here. Probably takes it to like, I don't know, 50%, maybe just above. Yeah, 50% right on. And they hit like basically it's almost CMP right there, so that's great. I'm probably going to go down. No, you're too tanky, which is almost worse. And now I'm like, nope, I need to get out here. And this is where you're just going to see the spamminess and the speed of this. So they have a breaking swipe, that's fine. Does not take me out. I didn't want to. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get to two superpowers or not throw super. I don't know why I waited so long there. I probably should have tried to take this out because then I could have got to another superpower. Now it's going to be close. I maybe lock on downrange. No, I still get to superpower. Again, my attack is lower times 2 now, so it's not going to do a ton. This is tricky. My Walrein's low. I don't want to get farmed down, so I kind of have to come in here. Plus, I already had a move. I can still maybe get to a move here, and it's low enough that I get to a move. Walrein's bulk coming in clutch here, and resist it or not, it is in the red already. just short of taking it down, but take it down with the Powder Snow. So good match there. Bad lead. I go immediately into Walrein, and the reason I did that, let me talk about this. The reason I did that is because Jellicent doesn't really have a good matchup anyways. Like, the amount of Dragon Breath damage you'd have to take is a lot. Even getting 1 to 2 Powder Snows there has already now basically put this in Shadow Ball range. Like, that just double super effective chip is huge. And Walrein, even though I know they should have an answer for Walrein because I'm an ice, is generally a good safe swap in this meta anyways. So I'm comfortable coming in with this, knowing that they probably have an answer for me, but I can probably still do at least good chip damage in the mid game here. So went for the Earthquake. Looks like they are just trying to go for the Zap Cannon lowering of the attack before they take an Earthquake. Get a Zap Cannon off, get the attack fall. That's fine. I still will chip. Between the Powder Snows, it's still probably going to be around like 50% health by the time I get out of this. Yeah, maybe just a little bit more. If they go for the full farm down, which I expect them to here, I can maybe get to another one. Again, it won't take them out because they lowered my attack, but it will put it in farm down range of something. And I think that something is going to be, I'm going to just sacrifice Lurantis probably. Yeah, I'm going to sacrifice Lurantis because I know it has no play against the Dragonite, and I need shields and energy here. And they come in sort of blindly to Defense Deoxys because they have such a good matchup with Lurantis and Dragonite. They just kind of instant swap, which is not a good matchup here for them. I'm going to shield 1 because the Thunderbolt will hurt, plus the Dragon Breath damage is going to do the majority of the work. It's just a Rock Slide. I still think I'm going to shield anyways, and I got to commit to the farm down. Let's see if I shield anyways. Not yet. Psycho Boost. I'm just going to commit to the farm down because they're basically in Shadow Ball range, right? I maybe should have shielded the first move here. Although they do have a lot of Dragon Breath damage. I'm just worried about them like now just Dragon Breathing me down. But I get 1 off here. I'll get 1 more Hex and 1. I'm already at 100 energy, so I'll get 1 more Hex and 1 off here. Twist Shadow Dragonite. This can be close. So put it low. I don't think I'll take it out. Yeah. Just short, 1 Hex down, and I can now Hex down in that. So Jellicent just mid-game, just being aware that that was my win condition there. Again, Lurantis doesn't have a lot of amazing matchups because there's a lot of things that beat it, and here is, it's still a bad matchup. Like, you're still going to lose this matchup, but here is where having Surf versus having Bubble Beam or Ice Beam is significantly better. It's faster to get to than Ice Beam. It does good chip in this. It's stab. They are also doing like a lot of these darks, unless it's like an Umbreon, are also doing resisted, like Scrafty, Obstagoon are doing resisted counter damage. So you're not really taking much fast move damage. It's just a charge move damage, which again will take you out in 3 here. You're tanky, but you're not that tanky. But again, triple resisting the Shadow Claws, the Hex, because it's got normal, double resist, dark, single resist. So triple resisting the Hex, I am able to take this Ops Duty down to the red, and that's just sort of the power of Jellicent's bulk in the Surf move. Problem is, I'm still gonna have to try and sweep with Walrein here. I have absolutely nothing to throw here at this, so I gotta come in here immediately. And they are at least staying in for a little bit here. And my immediate thought is, okay, if you had an answer to this immediately, you probably would be getting out. I'll let the first one go, but if you stay in any longer, because I want to come out with a bit of energy, but if you stay in any longer, I'm going to start shielding here, because you clearly do not have an answer to Walrein in the back. So I farm up a bit, get this off. Is this one? I did these matchups a while ago. Is this the one they let it go? Yeah, they have one in the back. Yeah, a Nidoqueen. I remember this matchup. Which Nidoqueen is weak to ice. So they are double weak to ice here. Powder Snow Icicle Spears won't be enough to take it out. I'm going to shield. And then I'm going to throw this move, and I'm going to get out into Lurantis. And having banked some energy from earlier is going to win me this game here. Because there's a 1 Leaf Blade immediately. Not enough to take it out, but it's neutral because it's half ground. So ton of chip damage, and then super speedy. Fury Cutter energy generation is insane. Get to the Leaf Blade for the win. So really good work around there. I am actually just going to look up Fury Cutter. Let's see this matchup. I Superpower and then bail probably into Jellicent. Yeah, grab one shield. Again, this is not a great matchup because the Shadow Claws are super effective, but you know, just you kind of have to do it. I may shield the Drowan. I may let it go, yeah, because I'll live it. And if I can just like chip this low enough, maybe Walrein can just Powder Snow Icicle Spear down. Double. Can I get to a Surf? I can get to a Surf. That is actually huge for me here. Get to a Surf. It would have been enough to take them down. So now Walrein's got to come in because I don't want to take super effective Ice Punches, but I'm still probably going to have to shield anyways. They probably have 2 drill runs. I'm going to shield 1. Yeah, Shadow, it still would hurt. And I got so many shields, you might as well start using them. They're going to get to a second move. I don't know if I want to use the second one right away here, so I'll probably let this go. Yep. It is very, very low. I know this is very double resisted, but hopefully double resisted still enough to take this out from this range. It is. Tapu Fini. I should have maybe gone in immediately into LURANTIS because Leaf Blade would have done great. And now that's a lot of energy and it's got a Charizard, so I'm screwed. Okay, there's nothing I could do here. When you have a Charizard and a Giratina, there's just absolutely nothing you could do here. So with that, Fury Cutter, 1 turn move, right? So already it's a super fast like lick, Dragon Breath, 1 turn fast move that does 2 damage and 4 energy. So for a normal 2 turn fast move, which most of the energy per second and damage per second is measured by, 4 damage per turn, 4 damage per second, and 8 energy per second. So that is why 8 energy per second. And then Leaf Blade is only 35 energy, which is why it seems super fast to get to. So another terrible matchup, going straight Jellicent, hit with the Reggie, which is obviously a losing matchup, but I can chip here. Right? So if it's 8 energy per second and only 35 energy to get to Leaf Blade, you're getting it in 4+ turns, just under 5 turns, which is quite fast, which is why you see LURANTIS just spam these moves like crazy. They go to the Zap Cannon, does not take me out, does not lower my attack, which is nice because now I can chip here with this Shadow Ball. Again, won't be enough to take them out. I'm going to fight for Switch here. Yeah, I think I kind of have to fight for Switch because I have such a bad matchup. And what are they? Me throwing these Zap Cannons? That's the second time they do not get the lowering of the attack. That's kind of my style. So I am able to surf and farm, have a surf coming out if it comes back in with their Charizard. Get a Shadow Ball off here, which will be good chip on this. They shield. I'm surprised they're not gonna try and 2-shield Charizard for the win. Jellicent, tanky, still gets another move off. It is now basically I'm gonna come in. They're gonna instant swap probably. They do not instant swap. I don't like this throw. I think you just need to bank this. Moonblast does it. Yeah, it does a lot. Are they gonna try and catch? They don't try and catch. So they're gonna let this go and then do 1v1 Charizard. Yeah, but I think now I'm just going to. That's a Blast Burn, Shadow versus non-Shadow. I do shield 1 correctly. I'll get to 2 Icicle Spears before they get to the second Blast Burn. Does a Blast Burn take out a Walrein from this range? I'm going to throw this just in case I need to throw like a Leaf Blade or a Superpower on my LURANTIS. Or if I get to a move before they do here. Because does a Blast Burn take out? They have farmed correctly. So if a Blast Burn takes me out, I'm going to lose this matchup. If it doesn't, I'll win this matchup. It does take you out. Yeah, now they're going to have another move. Nicely played by my opponent there. Well, like really good farming there. This matchup is the one I was talking about earlier. So 1 hex, 2 hex, 3 hex. I'm already at a Leaf Blade. unless there was a little bit of a lag there. I was already at a Leaf Blade by the time they got to their 4th Hex. So just a dominating matchup there. Toxicroak. So yeah, I was supposed to say, I'm pretty sure this one's called 2 Shield Flex. Right now it's just like a pretty hard counter so far. And if they come back in with their Jellicent, I'm going to have a Shadow Ball loaded because I'm just going straight farm here. They do get off another Mud Bomb. It takes me low, right? Again, I'm being aggressive with this farm down, so I don't have to be this low coming out, but I'd rather come out with almost 2 full Shadow Balls here. Here's 1. I'll get another Hex off and get another one off, unless they throw. Yeah, okay. Maybe that first Hex would have gone through. I don't know. Anyways, come back in here, get the first Leaf Blade off. It does like, I don't know, 50, 60%, something like that. Yeah, 50%. But just so spammy. Already at a second one. I'm at like another 2 here already. Take it out. What do they have in the back? Clefable. Look, I'm already at 2 more Leaf Blades. LURANTIS is very fun if you've never used it. But again, super walled by Charizard. Super walled by Giratina. Super walled by like poison grass like Venusaur. So it just, you have a lot of bad matchups, but we are just going super hard. Grab shield, grab all the shields, put this down to the thing, taken out, does not matter. We are going Icicle Spear for the win here. LURANTIS and Jellicent. Like this whole team is strong. This whole, like, I love every single piece of this team has its own strengths and weaknesses. So you're doing super effective with the Fury Cutter here. But again, Fury Cutter is not really a hard-hitting move. The animation is crazy. Actually just seeing it for like 6 seconds there. I guess it also is sped up. So these are on like 1.5 times speed. So the sort of swinging animation there is a little crazier. They have a Future Sight, which I find that most, if you're running Crest on Safe Swap, it seems to have Grass Knot. If you're running it on the lead, it mostly has Future Sight is what I've seen. Not all the time, but that's just what I've mostly seen. Fortunately, this is tanky AF, so I am going to have to shield this. Yeah, Moonblast Future Sight, that's fine. I should be able to farm down now. Come out with some energy. Let's see what they come in with. Water Flying, so it's either a Pelipper or a Gyarados. Either way, this will do neutral. It is a Gyarados. I'm going to instant swap just because I don't want to be farmed down. It is kind of risky coming in here because now I'm going to have to take super effective crunches and I can't really shield. So I just kind of have to eat it. I do Beta Surf just because I figured that between the Hex and the Surf, even if they let this go, like it's not going to take them out. But Gyarados is kind of glassy in the Ultra League relative to all these XL Pokemon. So between that and the Hexes, like I'm going to chip this a ton, and now I can just come Powder Snow the rest and get ahead on energy with my Wall Rain. And they have them Champ in the back. So this is real bad. But maybe that 1 extra Powder Snow will help me get another move up. And they let this go. I'm going to have to shield. And I think I think I remember them misplaying this. Because what I think happens is they try to, like, time it. Well, I think they just don't know how much energy I had. That makes sense. I came in immediately, and instead of them throwing right away, they didn't know how much energy I have, and they tried to farm, and I got to the move. So they didn't totally, well, they misplayed it in terms of not knowing my energy, but hell, I don't look at people's energy either, so I cannot blame them for that. Anyways, that is the team. Like I said, like each individual of these Pokemon, I think they're all very strong in this meta. I think the team generally works well. Just understand that LURANTIS, you're going to have some tough matchups that you need coverage for. And like I said, covering Charizard sort of with both, covering Giratina sort of with both, Venusaur, Walrein, can kind of deal with it. There's not a ton of Venusaurs in my range, so yeah, if they come in with a Trevenant, I would have the answers here too for that. But that is a team. So I hope you're having a good Go Battle Day weekend. A couple Great League teams coming tomorrow, I believe. Let me just confirm that. That is what's coming tomorrow. Because this is going up. So yesterday we had a Pelipper Tryhard Great League team. Today is, today is this Ultra League. And tomorrow, if you're going to watch one video, stay tuned for tomorrow morning. I spent 800,000 dust on 3 Pokemon to build up. I built up an Ember Ninetales, which I had not built up yet. So Shadow Ember Ninetales, because I always use Fire Spin on this channel. I built up a higher like Medi Slayer 7 attack Metachamp, in which I used Dynamic Punch over Psychic. And then I built up a Shadow A-Slash and I ran it with Powder Snow. So I tested all these different moves and I got a full analysis on all of these moves versus the other moves. So stay tuned for that tomorrow morning, and then another Great League team tomorrow afternoon. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.